In this video, we would go over the items in the home page, that is, the incomplete reports and the completed reports section. The completed reports, both these incomplete reports and completed reports are the one that this particular logged in user had filled in. Bear in mind that you will not see reports that are filled by other people. You will only see the reports that you had filled in and submitted. Let's first go to the completed reports. The completed reports are the one which, while filling up the selected indicator wizard, you had entered all the data and finally clicked in the finish button so that the report is completely submitted. At this point, the report is submitted and you cannot make any further changes. You can only view the completed reports. So if you click the view button right next to the reports here, it will take you to the page where you'll be just able to view the information. The first section would be the basic information, then the teacher attendance, then the student attendance, and the indicator status would be complete. So that's pretty much all about the completed reports. The incomplete reports are the ones which wasn't completely filled up. So for example, if you were filling out the selected indicator information in the wizard and you stopped at the middle, those reports would be saved in the system as incomplete reports. You can click into the view button here and then you would end up in the incomplete report section of that particular indicator ID, and at this point you can either delete the report. For example, if there was some inconsistency and you do not want this report to be in the system anymore, you can click the delete button and it will be removed from the system. On the other hand, you can click continue editing and then finally fill out all the steps in the selected indicator wizard and then click the finish button to completely submit it. Let me show you. At this point I don't want to delete it, but I'll click continue editing so that I can show you what you will get after clicking it. So if I click continue editing, it will take you to the selected information, to the selected indicator basic information page, and this is, if you remember, the first step in the selected indicators wizard. So here, for example, if you want to change anything at this point, you can. For me, I don't want to change anything here, so I will move ahead. At this point, you will also see the teacher attendance, and if you want to change, you can change it. Let's change this first one to present so that we can see the changes. If I click the next here, it will take me to the student attendance, which is the third step. Then this is the student in attendance, and you can fill out, like for example, if you have partially filled it up, make sure that you completely fill up the student attendance here. Now and just for illustration purposes, I just filled out a few in the class 1 section. Now if I click the next button, it would take me to the review and submit section. Here you would notice the changes that you have made in the earlier steps. For example, we had made this teacher present by changing it from absent with leave. So you will notice that change here. You'll also notice that in class 1 we had added some students to be present. Then finally we can enter the user ID and click finish, like I showed in the previous video. You had already added the time of departure earlier, that's why it's showing up here. For me, let me just go ahead and add my user ID, that is CRCC train, and then if I click finish, then the report will be successfully submitted. Let's go back into the home page and we will see that in the completed report. So this is the report that I just filled out, and from incomplete reports it came into the completed reports. At this point you can only view the report and not make any changes. So this is all about incomplete reports and completed reports.